Whew. Hello, good evening. Welcome to Bars and Bells. My name's Lauren.
And I'm Ian.
And tonight is your beginner or your basic kettlebell class. We'll be exploring some get-ups. We'll be doing some two-legged and single-leg hinges and finishing with patterning our kettlebell swing and doing some pop and chops to get us ready to swing a real bell. Yes. So we've had a little bit of some technical difficulties, so we're down to one microphone. I'll be doing all the talking. Ian will be demonstrating. Follow either of us because we're both right. Okay, let's get started in a nice light warm-up. You didn't hear that. Let's get started in a nice light warm-up, and then we'll go from there. Start standing with your feet hip-width apart. Gently tuck your chin towards your chest. Scrape a collarbone with your chin towards your shoulder or your armpit. Once you get there, tip so you get an ear to shoulder, a little bit of a rotation. Keep your chin tucked as you roll through the back of your head neck, looking towards the ceiling. Ear comes to the other shoulder. Chin turns down to the armpit, scrapes back to center. Pause there, same thing, other direction. Chin scrapes collarbone towards armpit, ear to shoulder, head rolls towards the back, eyes look towards the ceiling, ear to shoulder, chin turns down, scrapes back to center, head returns to neutral head. Take your arms at your sides. They shouldn't really leave the side of your body here or the seam of your pants. Slide your blades up, slide your blades back, slide your blades down, protract, push them forward. Repeat, up, retract, depress, protract. Pause, reverse it. Pull down, retract back, slide them up, protract them forward, down, back, up, forward. Last one, down, end with a back here, and relax. Arms at your sides, palms face forward. Start with your bicep curls. Pump them up. Imagine you have 100 pounds in each arm. Slowly curl that weight all the way up to a full deep elbow bend, creating weight in your arms. Now keep that tension there. Rotate so your palms face away. Now press the floor away, extending at the triceps. Feel the back of your arms fire up, fire up, fire up. Keep that tension. Slowly pull the backs of your hands up, curling your elbows, pulling through mud. Once you get fully up, rotate. Last one, palms face you. Pull, 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 pull into that extended position. Cramp up triceps. 3, 2, relax. Step your feet slightly wider than hip width. Take your arms out at about shoulder height if that's all right. Take your rib cages. You only have one. Take your rib cage and slide it across. Pass back through center. Rib cage slides. Notice as you're looking at me that my shoulders are staying level and my arms are staying parallel with the floor. No little teapots here. Last one or two. Can you reach the same length away from center on each side, or is one side more stuck? Back to center. Bring your arms in across your chest. I just find this gives you a better look. I'm going to punch you in the back and your rib cage is going to pop forward. And then I'm going to punch you in the chest and your rib cage is going to pop back. We're popping forward. So we moved our rib cage laterally last time. Now we're moving our rib cage back and front. As you come to the front, make sure you don't chicken neck your head. As you go to the back, make sure you don't round and pull your blades forward. This is your cage doing the work. Last two. Pretty cool we have a built-in cage, eh? I just thought of that.
Defense, support.
Not thorax, it's pretty neat. All right, maybe narrow your stance slightly. We're gonna do some hulas. Hands on your hips, because that's what you do when you hula. Kick a hip to a side. Draw a nice hula circle around. For now, let's keep those knees straight. And imagine you have chalk on your butt and you're trying to draw the most perfect circle around the world here. And then switch directions. I imagine I'm almost drawing the equator with my hips.
I'm Saturn.
Ian's Saturn, he says. Yeah, that's also okay. Guess you could be any planet. Oh no, not all planets have rings, do they? Okay, go to another channel for astrology. But come back for movement.
Astronomy.
Shoot. Right, astrology. I'm Gemini. Right.
Yes.
We'll get our hips warmed up, and then we'll move on. Balance aid. Mine's imaginary right now, but you should have one. It's a counter, it's a chair, it's a small child. Hold on to it. A wall. That might be better than a small child. Point your foot to the front. Rotate your inseam up towards the ceiling. Keep that inseam rotated front as you take that to the side. Foot is either on the ground or just off, but not that high. I see your inseam still. Keep that knee straight. Now rotate so you hide your inseam, or internally rotate at the hip or the femur, and then take that circle right behind you. Pause here, straighten your back knee, lift, but don't arch your low back. Roll over your toes with a straight knee, pull the leg underneath. Point to the back, reach long. As you reach long, reach out of the socket as you draw that circle towards the side, starting to show me that inseam as you come to the side position. Keep the inseam up as you draw to the front. Now stay, show me that inseam. Lift with a straight leg, place down, unrotate, pull underneath. Release your small child apparatus, switch sides. Same thing other side. Point to the front. Inseam rolls up. Draw that circle to the side. Watch out for small objects. At the side, I still see your inseam. Then you're going to hide it and take it straight back behind you. Check in back here. Is your knee straight? Is your foot pointed? Are you tall in your standing leg? Are you arching your low back? That one you should say no to. Roll over your toes, pull underneath. Right to the back, point, reach long, power out as you reach out of that socket to come to the side position where I then see that inseam again. Come around the front, close to the floor, minus objects. At the front, keep that inseam up. Ready, set, lift, hold, tap down, close underneath. Shake it out. Good job shaking that. Okay, we're all warmed up. I know we could do a lot more, but we're warmed up for now. We're going to get to the floor via our get up. I'm going to cross an arm across my chest because we haven't warmed up our overhead mobility yet. We don't know where we are there. So this arm would be overhead, but for now it's here. Leg that's free, drop back lunge, step back, tuck your hips, nice slow descent towards the floor. Front foot opens, hand chops hips, rotate, hand finds floor. Shift the weight to stack your shoulders over your wrist. Lift, sweep leg through to your back, to your elbow, and then control, push away from that elbow to your back. Excellent. We're gonna fire up our core, not with a kettlebell, but with a dead bug. So lying on your back. Here we go. Are you in there? Lying on your back. I want you to bring your knees up over your hips and your hands go on the front of your quads. Tuck your chin, pack your shoulders. Brace your abs right here so that if I came through the TV screen and punched you in the stomach, it wouldn't hurt. But I also want you to think about breathing. How do you do that? Well, you breathe underneath. You create that shield. Start pushing your knees into your hands and your hands into your legs, meeting your own tension. That should help you create that braced feeling. Hold. 3, 2, slowly relax. Put your feet back on the floor. From here, we'll go into a set of our glute bridges. Feet are planted. All toes, big toe mounds, balls of feet, and heels are placed on the floor. Thinking about your hips, arch your low back or tilt your pelvis forward. Then I want you to gently tuck your pelvis, start squeezing your glutes, and roll up off the floor. In this topmost glute bridge, squeeze your butts, re-brace your abs again. Ready, set, tension. That means squeeze your butt, brace your abs, make fists, pull your shoulders down, push the floor out. 3, 2, slowly relax tension and articulate down one vertebrae at a time. Make sure the back of the belly button touches before your butt. Whew. Let's do that glute bridge one more time. Arch that low back, then using your core, pull that towards the floor, bracing your abs, rolling up, pelvis leaves the floor first, then that belly button, then above belly button, back of chest, ready, set, tension up, make fists, squeeze your butt, brace your abs, pull your knees together. 3, 2, relax tension, but slowly articulate down. Don't be floppy. Slow down. Whew, and relax. The arm that was across our chest, let's put it back there. That means that that leg is bent, the other leg is out straight, the other arm is out straight at 45 degrees from our body. Use your hip extension you just warmed up, push through the floor, extend, pull to your elbow. Find your hand. We're going to lift to 2 points of contact and sweep so our knee comes to where our butt was. Hand leaves the floor. Front foot moves. Both legs hop to toe. Throw the kettlebell away. Grab another one. Put it across your body. Step back lunge. Tuck those hips. Slow descent. Front foot opens. Chop. Hinge, rotate. Pack shoulder, brace core. Lift, sweep to your elbow. And then pushing away from that elbow, control to your back. I'd like to revisit our dead bug one more time. If you found it hard enough just to try to brace your abs and keep that tension and breathe, then I want you to do the same thing again. I'll add a little bit extra if you want a little bit more. Let's get started by bringing our knees up over our hips. Place your hands on your quads. Before you even push your legs into your hands, make your abs already braced, so you're already to take that punch. Now start pushing your hands into your legs and your legs into your hands, and keep that tension and breathe. You can hear me already starting to shake. If you'd like, this is the bonus. If you'd like a little bit more, keep that tension, but slowly extend the hip by reaching the leg long and away from you. Pause, pull it back to center. Other side. Keep the tension on the opposing side even though you're straightening the leg. Pull it back. One more each side. Remembering I could come through the screen at any point in time and punch your stomach. Last one. Thankfully, that's not possible unless it's in the ring. Hold. 3, 2, relax. Remember that movie? She came through the screen. Okay, we have to stand back up. Second arm, so the arm you came down with just this last time, is across your chest. That leg is bent, other leg straight, other arm heavy. Ready? Push, roll, pull. Proud shoulder. Find your hand. Lift, sweep. Hand leaves floor. Front foot moves. 2 legs up. Chuck it. Awesome. Never throw a kettlebell unless it's imaginary. We're going to get into some hinges for 2 sets, 2-legged hinges and push-ups. If you happen to have a kettlebell at home, use it as a little marking place. You can pick it up if you want to, but that's not important right now. The important part is patterning our hinge. Mine's very light, and I'm not even going to pick it up. Standing with 2 feet. Actually, I'll face this way. Ian's going to go that way. 2 feet hip width apart or just slightly wider, depending on your stance. Rock back and forth. Feel the ground underneath your feet and root your heel, root your big toe mounds or the balls of your feet, and then root your toes into the ground. Great. Take your hands in knife form, so like this. Chop your hips, which means soften your knees, push your butt back. Let's pause at the bottom here. Do you feel weight and load in through your hamstrings and your butts? Are your feet still gripping the floor? If you place your hands on your shin bones, are your shin bones perpendicular to the floor? Now take your hands, chop your butt, push your hips through, stand up tall. Right here, squeeze your butts, brace your abs. I come through again, I punch you. Ready? Let's chop again. Chop those hips back. Nice deadlift. In our deadlift, remembering our hips are higher than our knees at all times. Hold 3, 2, stand up, drive those hips through, butts, abs. 2 more. Chop hips back. Nice long spine. Chin is slightly tucked. 3, 2, stand up. Boom. Punch, punch. Last one. Chop hinge. Reach back. Feel that load in hammies and butts. Push into the floor. Drive yourself up tall. Last punch, punch. Good. We're going to walk out into a push-up position. Ian will be doing a modified push-up from his knees. I'll be going from my toes. We're going to do 2 negative push-ups, which means we're just going to prioritize working the down of the push-up. Let's hinge again. Walk yourself out. Place your knees down, everybody, for a second, and place your hands in your push-up position. I like to get here first. For me, push-ups are very dependent on body lengths and sizes and things, but for me, my hands are wider than my shoulders, about chest level. That should be about pretty standard. I'm going to lift up. Well, I'm going to go for my toes. If you're staying on your knees, just create that nice line like Ian is. From here, we're going to pack our shoulders, tuck our chin, start bending our elbows and slowly descending towards the floor so that in 5 seconds, we land as one unit. 3, 2, all the way down. From here, push up from the knees. So tuck your hips, use your strength, 1 unit, push up to those knees. Let's repeat. Let's think about one thing when we're doing this push-up. Biggest thing we see is when we do that first move of the push-up, the shoulders go up into the ears and we get gremlin-y. Let's not do that. Keep the shoulders pulled down as you descend through that push-up. Ready? One more time. Up in push-up position. Yes, modify by bringing the floor up like a windowsill. Sorry. Pack your shoulders. Slow descent. 8, 7, 3, 2. Soft landing is 1 unit. You're going to leave the floor as 1 unit. And, oh yes, we tuck our toes. We lift our knees and our hips. We walk our hands back via our hinge. Extend to tall. Great. Let's go back to our 2-legged hinge again. Feet on either side of your bell or your imaginary kettlebell. Grip the floor with your toes, your balls of your feet, and your heels. Take your hands, chop your hips back, reach long, load up glutes and hammies. 3, 2, stand up tall by driving your hips through, tall. Repeat, chop, hinge, long spine, vertical shins, braced abs, up without. Good. Chop. Ian's lifting his bell. This is totally fine because it's a load that I know he's familiar with. Pack, brace, control it down, making sure when you are loaded in this deadlift, one more up, you're prioritizing your brace even when you're putting it down. Great. Up without. Shake it out. Let's go back and do 1 more push-up today. That's a lie. 2 more negatives. Hinge, walk out. Let's try to find our push-up position right away. 8-second descent. Pack your shoulders. Keep those hips up high as you slowly start lowering. Remember, when you get to the floor, your chest and your hips touch at the same time. Brace your abs. Tuck underneath. Sorry, I didn't give you a good countdown. 1 unit up. 1 more time. 8-second descent. 8, 7, 3, 2, 1. Tuck hips, shoulders down, up as 1. Come out of there. We have our last hinge to stand up. Great. We're going to get into some single leg deadlifts here. I'd like you to still have your bell or your imaginary bell as a little bit of an object in between your feet. I'm going to chop my hips back. I want you to stay in that deadlift position. Transition or transfer weight to a single leg. Once you've done that, slide that other leg long and back. Stay on that single leg as you stand up, driving your hips all the way through. Place the foot back down. Repeat other side. Hinge, deadlift. Transfer weight for the other side. Reach along with the leg. Stand up all the way tall. Squeezing the glute. Place the foot down. Back to the original side. Chop, hinge, transfer load. Reach long. Noticing that foot is still on the ground out the back. It's not in the air. It's not that it's wrong to be in the air. I'm just giving you a little bit extra balance rigor. Hinge. Reach long. Stand up tall. Drive that hip through. 2 feet down. All a single leg deadlift is a deadlift on one leg. Hence the name. All right. We're going to come down to the floor and practice cuddling and holding our bell in the firing range position. Let's get up to get down. Ha 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 ha. Cross them. Get down to get up. Step back lunge. No, get up to get down. Step open. Chop hinge. Lift sweep. Elbow. Controlled to your back. Okay, firing range. If you've never done this, take your time, grab a light load. If you don't have a kettlebell, maybe it's a dumbbell. That's okay, it's gonna do the same, similar idea. Our kettlebells are loaded slightly different, but that's a whole other discussion. Cuddle to a side, roll into a side. That bottom arm is gonna go through the handle to grip your bell. That's the hand the bell is staying in. Second hand is just for comfort and cuddle, but important to use it. 2 hands on bell. Roll to your back. If you want to watch this first set, feel free. 2 hands, press the bell. I want you to set up your lower body like a get-up. That means if the bell is in my left hand, my left leg is bent and my right leg is out straight about 45. Check in with this arm. First, look at your wrist. Is my wrist nice and stacked and straight? I don't want to see a bend or a break in that wrist. Second, is my elbow straight? Third is my wrist and my elbow over top of my shoulder, and my shoulder pulled down into my lat. Holding this for about another 5 seconds. 3, 2, take your free hand, cuddle your kettlebell. 2 hands pull down. Keep your forearm perpendicular to the floor, so you're pulling towards the side of your body, your belly button height. 2 hands, cuddle, roll, release, flip to the other side. Same routine. Other side. Maybe you did your dominant arm first, so this is your non-dominant arm. And just take note, is it not as stable in the shoulder joints as that dominant side? Maybe it is. Maybe it's a surprise. Bottom arm goes in first. Top hand cuddles. Both help you roll to your back. 2-handed press. Once you're there, set up your lower body like a get-up, so that same leg is bent as the loaded arm. Other leg straight. All right, upper body check-in. Pack shoulder, elbow straight, wrist straight and strong. What's this saying in your shoulder? Maybe it's a little more wobbly. That's okay. Tell those little muscles to stabilize, get fired up, gain some strength and awareness. Hold. 3, 2, 2 hands. Pull that bell down, vertical forearm, cuddle. One day, you're going to take that bell and you'll do a whole get up with it. Up like this. Just like we're going to stand up now. Hip extension. Find your hand. Lift, sweep. Tall. Front foot moves to lunge. Both legs stand up. Pull your bell down. It's imaginary. Back to our single leg deadlift. Just like that dead bug, I'll give you a progression. If that was enough for you, doing a 2-legged transfer extension, stand up tall. If that was enough, do that all again. Maybe that's what Ian will do. I'm going to pick a leg and do about 3 in a row on the same leg. You could do the same leg if you wanted to, but do the modified entry. So my entry is now going to be, I'm going to transfer when I'm tall, and I'm going to hinge on a single leg, reaching back, making sure my shoulders are square to the floor, my glute is loaded, and then I'm going to stand up on that leg all the way tall. Repeat, either from the two-legged position and then reach one leg long, or that single leg hinge right away. Last one on my leg. Hips are square to the floor, shoulders are square to the floor. Abs are braced. Tall, tall, switch legs. Root into the floor. Hinge on your hips to reach long. Square up. Stand up tall, drive through. Hinge, stay square, reach long, up and through. I think I have one more. Last one, reaching long, staying square, vertical shin, up tall. Great, we'll do one more set of our firing range here, then we'll finish with a little planking experience. Other arm goes overhead, step back lunge, front foot opens, hinge, chop, hip, transfer, sweep, elbow, control away from that elbow to your back. You should be beside your bell or near it. Let's cuddle and press first. Roll to your side. Bottom hand goes in, top hand cuddles, two-handed roll, two-handed press. Remove that helping hand. Same leg stays bent, other leg is straight. About 20 seconds here, because we've already been up here for almost 10. 30 seconds is the approximate time of a get up. So that's what time we practice being under the load. In about 10 more seconds, keep that shoulder packed, wrists nice and straight. 3, 2, two hands, pull your bell down and cuddle. To the other side. Noticing that both Ian and I are moving around our bell and we're not pulling our bell over our chest to switch sides. No, no. Because one day it'll be 500 pounds. Cuddle. Roll to your back. Two-handed press. Same leg is bent, foot flat, other leg nice and straight and strong. Chin is tucked, wrist is straight, shoulder is packed. Breathing, holding. Trying to find that stability there. We're gonna have a little bit of movement. That's just life and normalness. But that it's not waving around crazily, drawing giant circles. 3, 2, two hands. Pull bell down. Cuddle. Pattern that get up one more time. That's that same, the second arm. Hip extension. Pull. Hand. Lift, sweep. Hand leaves floor. Front foot moves. Two arms, legs up. Pull the bell down. Let's finish with 2 sets of high planks and patterning our swing. Sounds great. First, we'll stand tall. We're getting back to our kettlebell swing, which is a ballistic hinge, so a repeated hinge that's loaded. For now, we're doing it unloaded. Take your hands, chop your hips back to hinge, pop your hips through. Chop and pop. Chop and pop. This is the pace of a kettlebell swing. For 4, 3, at the top, you could take a punch in the stomach and the butt. Last one, relax. At the top of your swing, we're in that plank position, so let's do a plank. Hinge, walk yourself out, hands under your shoulders, toes are tucked, butt's lifted, pack, squeeze, brace, pull the floor together, hold. 10, 9, high tension. 8, that means squeeze everything. 5, 3, 2, push back, walk yourself back up tall through the hinge. One more set of pop and chops. Here we go. Knives out, chop, pop. Inhale, in, 4, 2. Last one. Great. One last plank, then get out of here. Hinge. Walk yourself out. Top of your swing with your kettlebell. Butts, abs. Pull the floor down. Hold. 10, 9, 8. Kneecaps up. 4, 3, 2. Relax. Whew. I don't know where you are, but where we are, it is hot. So make sure you drink your water and hydrate after that, because I am sweating. Thanks for joining the Kettlebell Basics, where we reviewed our hinges, our get-ups, and tension. It's a beautiful thing.
We need it.
Tomorrow we have a little bit more of an advanced kettlebell class, but feel free to join, watch, and do what you can in a modified capacity or whatever your body is saying. That's at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on Friday at 9 a.m., we have a restore and recharge practice. Remember, all of these can be found in the archive as long as you're a Bars and Bells member, which you should be. www.barsandbells.com. Subscribe, like, and join us all the time. Thanks for coming. My name's Lauren.
I'm Ian.
And we'll do it again very soon. Very soon. Really, whenever you want. It's on demand. It's a magical thing.